Alrighty, and we are live. What is up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of Banging the Booth podcast. Just gonna get everything set up and we'll be ready to go. Hope everyone's day's going well, week's going well. Uh, Baseball season's about to start, which is exciting. Football's in free agency, which went whack the last few days. We got a whole lot. We've got a whole bunch that's happened recently. Let's get right into it. What's up, everyone? Welcome to this week's episode of Betting the Booth Podcast. Thank you so much for all the support at this point. We very much do appreciate it. Just get out the way. There isn't much real MLB headlines at this point because we're basically at the start of the season. But the biggest injury news that hit this week is Garrett Cole's going to need Tommy John surgery, which basically means his season is done, and that majorly affects the Yankees, who are already dealing with a whole bunch of injury issues besides Cole. Possibly no Stanton for the entire year. Luis Gill's having a whole mess, and now Garrett Cole's out for the entire season with Tommy John. They are fill in the blank with whatever word you want to fill in for it. That is not good because things are not going well in Yankee land right now. They are in deep trouble, and they got to figure out things ASAP, or it's gonna get bad. The next quick short thing we could go over. Well, of course, the last thing we left off of last episode, I did live play-by-play for the first inning of the Colombia-Germany game. Well, Colombia shut out Germany 10-0 through in a 7-inning mercy rule to clinch their spot in the WBC for another consecutive season. They was just all Colombia all night long, and they are right back in the WBC. So that led it to being Germany versus Brazil in Game 7 on Thursday to decide who is going to be going to the WBC. Would it be Brazil for the first time since 2013, or would it be Germany for the first time ever? And it ended up being Brazil 6-4. It was a pretty much back and forth game, just like the first time from beginning to end. But in the end, Brazil was just barely able to eke out the victory and is going back to the World Baseball Classic for the first time since 2013, which they have not done much in the WBC tournament itself ever. But they advanced. Germany has still yet to even make the World Baseball Classic, and that's where we stand. Last I checked, and I'll double check again, I don't think they announced what team goes to what pool yet. Let's see. Yeah, they have it. But they did say at one point it was going to come out after the qualifiers. I'd say give it another. I'd say probably won't be till closer to the tournament, maybe within the next few weeks. But if I had to guess, probably not closer to the tournament that we find out which qualifier team goes where. The teams coming out of the qualifiers is Nicaragua, Chinese Taipei, Brazil, and Colombia. Those are the 4 teams making it in, and the question is just going to be who goes where. Which we'll have to see what happens. NFL news, well, there's obviously the Browns headlines. After all the talk of, oh, he's going to get traded, where's he going to get traded? He doesn't care about the money. It's like, and just like a whole mess with the Browns. The Browns just end up re-signing Myles Garrett for 4 years and $40 million a year. I'm just like, what? I'm still wrapping my head around it. Like, I don't even know how to process that whole Michigas, that whole mess. Just craziness. Like, am I happy they brought him back? Yeah, but or at least somewhat. But is it like super confusing given what happened? Yeah, and it's just like I don't know. And then the craziest thing is they go out yesterday and trade for Kenny Pickett, former division rival, for a 5th-round pick in DTR. Now, is Kenny Pickett better than DTR? Absolutely, without a doubt in my mind. But is that the right guy to be getting for QB, even if it's just QB2? Not at all. I can name like a whole bunch of other quarterbacks I'd rather over Kenny Pickett. Obviously, Watson is not one of them, but I don't know. The move just puzzles me. But a whole bunch of other moves happened. Josh Allen got big time extension from the Bills. Here's like a list of all the moves that happened. Justin Fields signing with the Jets. That's another big one. D-Hop signing with the Ravens today. Pat Ricard signing with the Ravens. Is that? No, that's he's checking something else. Or re-signing. Samaje Perine back to the Bengals. T. Higgins got franchise tagged. Brown's got an offensive lineman and then this edge guy. I don't know much about either of the two. Metcalf is going to the Steelers from the Seahawks for a second round and late round swap. And also getting a 4-year, $132 million contract from the Steelers, which is crazy. Which is a whole nother crazy thing in its own. Any other big moves here? Mack is staying with the Chargers. Saquon got a 2-year deal. Bond resigned. Larry Tunsil traded the Commanders for along with a 5th in exchange for a 3rd and a 7th and a 2nd and 4th. Kinlaw is signing with the Commanders. Bobby Wagner resigning. I mean, just like whole amount of craziness that's happened so far and probably still to come, given it's just the start and free agency and like who knows what else we have at this point left. I mean, there's going to be a lot to unfold between now and the start of football season. That is pretty much it for stuff regarding daily news. So let's get into the daily games. Let's just set this up for myself. Maybe we'll see if someone pops in the chat. Okay. So today's Immaculate Grid, Phillies 100 plus RBI season, plate catch for minimum of 1 game. Dodgers, Cubs, and St. Louis Cardinals. Let's get the Cubs tab out of the way first because that's going to be like the somewhat easiest for me to get out of the way. Cubs and Phillies, I could go Rhino. I could go Larry Boa. I could go. Who else could I go? I could go Kenny Lofton. I'm pretty sure. Cubs, Phillies, I could go Craig Kimbrell. I could go Jake Arrieta. I could go Schwarber. I could go Castellanos. Wagner, no. I could go Hamels. You know, I'm gonna go Boa from the Sandberg trade. 4%, I will take that. Cubs 100 plus RBI season. I have to imagine Billy Williams did it at least once. There's no way he didn't. The amount of power he had in his career. Okay, yeah, he did. I'm gonna go Billy Williams, older answer. 4%, I will take that. Catcher minimum of 1 game for the Cubs. I could go Beef, Wellington Castillo. I could go Darwin. I could go Deontay Navarro. I could go Montero. I could go Ross. I could go Contreras. I could go. What else could I go? I could go. Oh, I'm gonna go Jason Kendall. Or no. Actually, I'm curious to see because I think he played more at the end of his career with the Cubs. I wonder if he would fit. Something tells me it's probably too late in his career, but I don't know. Shock me. Oh, I think I could actually. If I'm reading this correct, I believe I could use it. Let's give it a try. Jimmy Fox spent like a year and a half for the Cubs, and it does work 0.10%. I will take that. Really good rarity score on that poll. Okay, so now off to these other tabs with the Phillies to Dodgers, Phillies to Cardinals, and then those teams to the other categories. Let's get the teams tied. So Dodgers, Phillies, I could go Shane Victorino, I could go Jason Worth, I could go Jim Thome, I could go. Ooh, oh, this is either going to be a big risk or a big pull. And it could be a big pull because not a lot of people know him for Phillies, but I'll go also be a risk because he's known as he did play a good amount of time with the Dodgers. I'm gonna risk the biscuit. 4%, all things considered, I will take that. I was expecting Pedro to be a bit higher than that, but I will take it. Dodgers 100 plus RBI season. I mean, there's like countless. You know what? In honor of MLB The Show announcing today that he is coming to MLB The Show 25, if this man had 100 RBI, he definitely did. Gil Hodges was just announced today that he's coming to MLB The Show 25, so I'm going to use Gil Hodges. Why not get him involved? 2%, I will take that. You know what? I'm curious. If I really looked into it, could have I used him for catcher? I actually could have. You know what? I'm fine with it. So be it. You choose and you let it be. Catcher, minimum of one game with the Dodgers. Russell Barnes an option. I'm actually gonna go Paulo Duca. I have a funny feeling he's not gonna be super common. 4%, I will take that. I'm averaging a whole bunch of fours today. I don't know what it is with me and fours. Phillies and Cardinals. Joe Romero fits, I think. Mundo Sosa. Uh, who else would fit? Phillies and Cardinals. Mm, mm, Morgan wouldn't fit. Wouldn't fit any of these categories, anyways. Um, Phillies and Cardinals. No. Mhm. No. No. Yeah. No. Yeah. No. And definitely did not reach RBI. Oh. You up with. Oh no, I'm not mixing up. I just found my answer. And I bet this guy is not going to be a common answer. So Taguchi. Remember the '06 Cardinals and '08 Phillies. 0.8%, I will take that. 100 plus RBI season, I could go Pujols, I could go McGuire. I could go a whole bunch of paths here. I'm going to go Rogers Hornsby. 2%, I'll take that. By the way, I did see last week if you guys wanted a live opening night or early access MLB The Show stream, I would be willing to do it. Scratch it because I just realized that basically this weekend is the Jewish holiday of Purim, aka the Jews' version of Halloween, and the game literally comes out in the early morning of the main day of the holidays, so I will not be able to stream it this year, sadly. Sorry, but it just won't work out this year due to that fact that I ultimately realized this week. Back to this, I'm gonna go with Mike Matheny for catcher. 6%, I will take that. So total rarity score is 26. They started doing these stats. Oh, but you have to have a stat head account. Top rarity answers for today's grid for Dodgers, Phillies, 27% is Trey Turner. For Dodgers, 100 plus RBI season batting, 16% is Shohei Ohtani. Excuse me. For Dodgers, played catcher minimum of one game at 17% is Will Smith. For Dodgers, Phillies at 23% is Kyle Schwarber. For Dodgers, Cubs, 100 plus RBI season at 22% is Sammy Sosa. For Cubs, catcher played minimum of one game at 16% is David Ross. That is interesting. That's the top answer. I also realized I could have used David Ross for Dodgers technically. Not Cardinals, but I could have used him for Dodgers to play catcher in one game. For Philly Cardinals, 29% is Scott Rowland. At 27% for Dodgers, 100 plus or Cardinals 100 plus RBI season batting at 27% is Albert Pujols, and Cardinals played catcher minimum of one game at 35% is Yadier Molina. Let's switch to batter up strike zone, 2004 strike zone, and Chicago's Mr. Up. So, batter up. Let's see this batting stance today. I am not sure off the bat, so let's at least try to get some hints to the idea of where this guy plays. So he is National League. Is he NL West? No. So he's an infield. Is he Mets? Or no. Is he Phillies? Yes. Is that Stott? No. So is it Bone? Yes, that is Alec Bone. Now I see it, and it doesn't match up to his MLB The Show batting stance, FYI. I see it now, but it does not match up to MLB The Show batting stance. I hate when you do this. Okay, strike zone. Regular strike zone. I know off the bat, I'm pretty sure who that is. Pretty sure it's Kikuchi. Yep, first try. All right, 2004 strike zone. We'll start with the 2004 before the Mystery Cub. I thought I had it first. Now I'm not sure. I'm going to run this guess still just in case. I don't think it's who I'm guessing. No, but I do think my other guess, who I realized is correct, because he was AL East in that year. And I am indeed correct. It is good old Kurt Schilling. Not oddly enough from a playoff start visit of Bloody Sock. It's from a start in 2007 against Cleveland in May. That is odd choice. And then the Mystery Cub for today. I think I realize who that good old boy is. And absolutely is who I think that good old boy is, Anthony Rizzo. Oh, that one didn't last too long. All right, let's do daily walk-off. So, just want to see. No, there's no replays available for me to do today. So the categories today are franchise top 5 play appearances at second base through 2023, 2018 played outfield, mainly played outfield, born in Pennsylvania and born outside the 50 states and DC. My player options: Manuel Rodriguez, Corey Mazzolini, Glenn Becker, Christopher Morel, Jason Hayward, Ben Zobrist, Wade Miller, Javier Baez, Fred Pfeffer, Kyle Schwarber, Ryan Sandberg, Matt Karcher. Hayward, Zobrist, Schwarber are going to be the outfield. Baez, Sandberg are definitely going to be second base. I'm going to say Morel, second base. Flip Manuel, and let's honestly see how this goes. Okay, so definitely made a good amount of progress. If I flip these two, does that get me anywhere? Actually helped a big amount because I got me the PA born players, flip from Morel and Pecker and Pfeffer, and now it's fully correct on a walk-off double. I just gotta do something quick. Cubs are off to Tokyo. Oh yeah, Bill's got Joey Bosa, by the way. I forgot to mention that. So the full correct answers for the Cubs on today's daily walk-off. Franchise top 5 appearances at second base through 2023. Glenn Becker, Brian Sandberg, Fred Pfeffer. 2018 mainly played outfield. Kyle Schwarber, Jason Hayward, Van Zobrist. Born in Pennsylvania State. Wade Miller, Corey Mazzoni, and Matt Karchner. And born outside 50 states and DC. Manuel Rodriguez, Javier Baez, and Christopher Morel. Diamondbacks. So it's the same categories, just the players. Cattell Marte, Eduardo Escobar, Jake McCarthy, Chris Owings, JJ Hoover, Luis Farias, David Peralta Jr.'s baby, Aaron Hill, Christian Walker, Lourdes Gurriel, and AJ Pollock. Peralta, Pollock, it's gonna be Wings, Marte, Hill, Walker should be here. Honestly, let's do this and see how this goes. Actually, a good amount correct. Flip these around. Almost correct. Now flip Spivey and Escobar around, and now it's fully correct. So the full correct answer for the Diamondbacks on the walk-off double. Franchise top 5 appearances at second base. Cattell Marte, Aaron Hill, Jr. Spivey. 2018 mainly played outfield. AJ Pollock, David Peralta, Chris Owings. Born in Pennsylvania State, Christian Walker, JJ Hoover, Jake McCarthy. And born outside 50 states in DC, Luis Farias, Lourdes Gurriel, and Eduardo Escobar. For the Braves. Well, we could go through a few teams here. I don't know how many we'll go through, but we could definitely get through a few. Glenn Hubbard, Guillermo Heredia, Kevin Grabowski, Andy Ciarte, Bobby Lowe, Robert Wallen, Mark Lemke, Nick Markakis, Ronald Acuna, Marcelo Zuna, and Ozzy Albies, and Anthony LaRue. Inciarte, Acuna, and Markakis should be the 18 outfield. Second base, Albies, Lemke. Honestly, let's do this and see how this goes. It's actually pretty close. Flip these. Even closer. Flip these two. And I get another walk-off double, this time for the Braves. So the full correct answers for the Braves. Franchise top 5 appearances at second base. Ozzy Albies, Mark Lemke, Bobby Lowe. 2018 mainly played outfield. Ender CRT, Ronald Acuna, and Nick Markakis. Born in Pennsylvania, Kevin Grabowski, Robert Wallen, Anthony LaRue. And born outside 50 states in DC, Marcelo Zuna, Glenn Hubbard, and Guillermo Heredia. Baltimore. Nolan Reinhold, Jorge Lopez, Joey Ricard, Cionel Perez, Trey Mancini, Yennier Cano, John Parrish, Mike Mussina, Del Pratt, Adam Jones, Rich Dower, Davey Johnson. Mancini, Ricard, and Jones, I'm going to say, is the outfielders. Second base. Honestly, let's spin this and see how this goes. And a walk-off homer. How about that? All correct on the first try. So the full correct answers for the Orioles. Franchise top 5 appearances at second base. Del Pratt, Davey Johnson, Rich Dower. 2018 mainly played outfield. Joey Ricard, Trey Mancini, Adam Jones. Born in Pennsylvania State, John Parrish, Mike Mussina, Nolan Reinhold. Born outside the 50 states in D.C., Jorge Lopez, Cionel Perez, and Yennier Cano. I still got a amount of time to spare. Okay. Boston Red Sox. Bobby Doerr, Andrew Benintendi, Mookie Betts, Maury Barrett, Rafael Devers, Curtin Skanik, Hirokazu Sawamura, Dustin Pedroia, Matt Clement, Jackie Bradley, Darwinzon Hernandez, and Wade Miller. Bradley, Benintendi, and Betts are going to be the outfielders. Pedroia is going to be second base. Doerr, I believe, is second base. And I'm going to say Marty. And then Devers, Hernandez, Sawamura as the outside. Miller, Scannick, Clement born in Pennsylvania. And a complete walk-off homer. Got all correct on first tries. The full correct answers to franchise top 5 appearances at second base. Bobby Dorr, Dustin Pedroia, Marty Barrett. 2018 mainly played outfield. Jackie Bradley, Mookie Betts, Ben Andrew Benintendi. Born out Pennsylvania, the state, Wade Miller, Kurt Scannick, and Matt Clement. Born outside of 50 states and D.C., Hirokazu Sawamura, Darwinson Hernandez, and Rafael Devers. Still got a good amount of time. Okay, for White Sox options, Jackie Hayes, Luis Robert, Nelly Fox, Jorge Orta, Daniel Palka, Ben Davis, Avisail Garcia, Adam Engel, Yasmani Grandal, Jose Abreu, Josh Kinney, and Ken Griffey Jr. I want to see something for while I remember this dude. Is this just... No. Okay, I don't know. There's like someone that came in the MLB Show Legends trailer today. I had like no idea who he is, and I still don't know. Baseball Reference isn't really helping me with figuring out who it is. Okay, back to Daily Walk Off. Let's with the I went through them bit. So the outfield for 18, I believe, will be Engel, Palka, and Garcia. Nelly, honestly, Abreu, Robert, Grandal, I have a feeling you're going to be the international. And then Griffey's definitely not going to be second base. Honestly, let's win this and see how this goes. Actually, almost get a double, almost fully correct. Just have to flip Orta and Kinney. And now fully correct. So full correct answers with the White Sox. Jackie Hayes, Jorge Orta, Nelly Fox for franchise top 5 appearances at second base. Adam Engel, Daniel Palka, Silo Garcia for 2018 mainly played outfield. Born in Pennsylvania, Ben Davis, Josh Kinney, Ken Griffey Jr., and born outside of 50 states in D.C., Jose Abreu, Luis Robert, and Yasmani Grandal. I'm just going to end the episode here and call it a day. Thank you so much for watching and listening. If you're new on YouTube, leave a like, subscribe button, leave a notification button so notify when I go live and I post a new video. If you're new on audio, follow the podcast, leave a review, hit the notification button, notify when I post on there. Thank you so much for watching and listening. I will see you next week's episode 164. Bye.